In this video, I go to the races without any obligation to win, says Marc MARQUEZ. We are lost and we are not in the fight for the title, says Joan MIR. And Tech 3 rookies are young, fast and impatient, says Harvey Poncharal. My name is Sankalp and this is your Racing News Fix. After starting the season with a bike so different from last year's that he himself described the feeling as changing manufacturers, Marc MARQUEZ is struggling to find a happy base setting on the RC213V. 48 points behind the championship leader, Marc is changing the way he approaches a race weekend, and according to the 8-time world champion, he no longer arrives at a race venue with the pressure to fight for the victory. In an interview with DAZN, Marc spoke about this new outlook. Marc said, "I take the weekend as if it were for fun and not as an obligation to go out and win. If I do 4th place, it's 4th. If I do 5th, it's 5th. And if I do 6th, it's 6th. Hopefully victory will come one day." Speaking about the changes and compromises he has to make, Marc continued, "I have to ride with a different riding style. I have to do different strategies. With so much experience, it is not the style I like the most. But hey, sometimes what works is something you don't always like." And looking forward and pondering on his goals for the future, Marc continued, "To race for pleasure, you take a bike, you go on a quiet Sunday to a circuit without pressure and you go around. But on a race weekend, you are going to compete. Of course, I'm here to compete and celebrate again. Will it be a title? I don't know. But hopefully I can fight soon. That would be good already." The 2020 world champion is probably going through one of the hardest times in his premier class career. Not only is his current employer leaving the sport at the end of the year, his bike has a lot of potential this year, so he has nothing to hide behind for being down in 9th position in the overall standings. Speaking about his inability so far to put together a strong race weekend, Joan MIR said, "In the first part of the season, I realized that I have the potential. The bike works and the performance is good. But unfortunately, I can't bring everything together to achieve the hoped for result. I'm sure it will work better soon. But unfortunately, we have lost our way a bit. So we are not fighting for the world championship at the moment. We have to find our way first and then start to fight at the front again." And unlike Jorge Martin and Enea Bastianini last year, the rookies of 2022 have struggled for the most part so far. Tech 3 rookies in particular have found life difficult in the big class. In the last On the Brakes Motogp podcast, Tech 3 KTM team owner Harvey Poncharal spoke about his two rookie riders and the hard time they are having. Poncharal started by saying, "If you're used to winning races, standing on the podium and starting from the front row of the grid like Remy and Raul did last year in Moto2, it's a bit of a shock. They are young and they are fast, but sometimes they are impatient. I understand that. But you can't be too impatient. It's a learning process. It doesn't matter how good and how talented you are, you still have to go through this learning process." Are Marc MARQUEZ's days of glory a thing of the past? Or do you think he will fight for the championship once again sometime in the future? Let's chat in the comments below. If you made it till here and still are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. And don't forget to check out these two videos which I know you will enjoy.